Good. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Radford Bobcat Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the Radford Bobcats and the EC Glass Hilltoppers. And we are excited to be with you on Bobcat Sports Live. Timothy Worrells, Michael Davis. You're used to Michael Davis. He's been carrying the weight for us the last few games and years, I should say. But, Michael, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm fantastic. I'm glad to be back. Couldn't be in a better place. Bobcats have started off 2-0, hot this season. But, Timothy, we're going to dive into this thing. This is going to be the toughest competition, in my opinion, that we're going to see in the regular season.
I think this is a great matchup. Coach Cormany, over the last few years, has been really strategic with who he wants to put on the schedule. And EC Glass is one of those teams that he is really excited about putting on the schedule. He was talking today. This is going to be a great test to his team. A lot of young guys, a lot of new guys on varsity. I mean, this is the kind of matchup and challenge you want in December, right before Christmas.
Absolutely. I mean, you see a lot of college coaches do this. Bob Huggins does this a lot. He'll play teams. He may think, hey man, we may not win this game, but we got to see what we got to do for the rest of the season. We have to build ourselves as we get to the end of the season. And how do you do that? You do it one game at a time in the regular season. You may come into this game. EC Glass has a lot of size on the Bobcats. We know what the Bobcats can do. Elijah Kelly, Gavin Cormany, they can shoot the three ball. They can attack the basket. But this is a different matchup, Glass. If I'm them, I pound the paint, and I take it to the Bobcats tonight. It's going to be a true test. And if you're a Bobcat fan, you're excited about this one.
EC Glass coming in tonight with a record of 4-0. Their schedule hasn't been a slouch at all. They beat Liberty of Bedford 80-29. Amherst County, they beat them by 14, 64-50. Jefferson Forest 75-59, and then LC Bird out of Chesterfield, Virginia, 41-37. EC Glass is coming in tonight, ready to roll, ready to dominate. They think they're going to dominate the Bobcats, but the Bobcats have something for them. We're going to take a break. Don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We got the national anthem. We'll be back with the keys to tonight's game. to Radford High School Gymnasium for tonight's matchup between the Radford Bobcats and the EC Glass Hilltoppers. Not a very common opponent usually for the Bobcats tonight, but as you mentioned earlier, Michael, this is going to be a matchup tonight that's going to be a handful for the Bobcats, but a great early season matchup tonight. The two big sponsors of tonight's game, just recognized, was Eli Mullins from Mullins Funeral Home Crematory, and then Kayla Mullins as well, Radford support. But, Michael, tonight, just taking a look at these guys warming up tonight, what do you think are some of the keys for the Bobcats to come out with this victory?
Yeah, if you're the Bobcats here, you have to run up and down the floor. EC Glass is going to do that as well, but you have to make your shots. You have to take transition buckets when you can get them, and I'm not talking just at the rim. The Bobcats are a very good three-pointing team, and they have to do that. Gavin Corman, he has to knock down, in my opinion, 3 threes tonight at minimum. Woodward coming in the starting lineup here this season is going to have to knock down his wide-open shots. Glass is going to run up and down the floor, and the Bobcats have to match them. They usually do very well. However, in my opinion this year, the depth for the Bobcats is pretty good against most teams, but can it be just as good against a team like EC Glass?
Yeah, this is this is not the some of the common opponents that we see in this area. This team's coming out of Lynchburg, Virginia. They've got some height. They're going to be athletic tonight. The Bobcats are really going to focus on their craft. And it may be a 4-quarter game tonight, but if their defense stays still, they're going to wear this team down tonight. Your starters for the Bobcats: number 4, Parker Prelo; 14, Gavin Cormany; and we got number 20, Elijah Kelly; and number 22, Luke Woodard. And then rounding off the starting lineups for your Bobcats, number 30, Max Knight. Michael, coming into the season, we had high expectations for Gavin Cormany to have a big season and kind of be the main scorer. You've been to the game so far this year. Who else besides Gavin have you been impressed with so far for the Bobcats?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of guys I can pick up here, but obviously Elijah Kelly's the easy answer here. I look at him as a 3-level player for the Bobcats. He can not only rebound defensively and offensively, he can shoot the 3 ball very well. He can attack the basket very well. He's got the height that pretty much every player on the floor will have that his opponents will see, but he's got the length as well, 2 steps, and he's to the rim. That's the easy answer. On defensive end, I love Parker Prelo here. He can guard almost anybody. He doesn't have the height, but he can match up man-to-man with anybody.
We're at center court. Elijah Kelly, number 1. Jason Knox, ball is up in the air. Ball is tipped. Gavin Cormany tracking it down. The Bobcats, they're going to start tonight's matchup with possession of the ball. Gavin brings it to his right. Waits for Elijah Kelly to pop up to the top. They reverse the ball up top over to Parker Prelo on the left wing. Here comes Luke Woodard off a down screen by Elijah Kelly. Back to Gavin Cormany on the right. Bobcats waiting for an on-ball screen. Here comes Gavin to his left. Down to Parker Prelo. He's double-teamed, pops it out. It's going to be turned over in transition now. Knocks in the front court. Elijah Kelly blocks it off the backboard and gets a stop for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's a fantastic defensive possession in transition by Elijah Kelly. Gets back, blocks the ball. That's a LeBron-type block right there. You've seen in the playoffs so many times the Bobcats in transition get a foul called on Glass. So 1 foul for Glass, and the Bobcats have a good stop on defense in transition. Great play by Elijah Kelly.
EC Glass bringing full-court pressure. Bobcats are used to that. They face that every day in practice. They break it. Now into the half court. Gavin shouting out some commands. Ball screen by Max Knipe over, and it's going to be another ball almost turned over, tipped out of bounds.
Yeah, so Glass is going to jump those passes here for the Bobcats. They're almost easy to spot out. So the Bobcats have to make quick passes, and they have to make passes that aren't telegraphed here, and that's what the Bobcats are doing. The Bobcats are looking like they're looking for good opportunities, but they have to cash in on them.
Elijah Kelly takes the inbound pass from Luke Woodard. He loses his handle, picks it up. The ball was tipped. EC Glass thought it went back court. Gavin has it. He's hesitates to his right, to his left, back between his legs. He spins, and good on-ball defense. EC Glass is going to replicate exactly what the Bobcats do on defense.
Absolutely. Harris guarding Cormany very well right there. Elijah Kelly has to be but the Bobcats can't get stuck in this one-on-one style offense. They have to move the basketball around the perimeter. They have to get it in the high post, and they have to attack the basket.
Parker Prelo puts a 3 up, and it sails the rim for an air ball while he sits down. EC Glass now puts up a 3, and that one's short and doesn't hit the rim. Gavin Cormany with the rebound. He's pushing in transition. He's got to his right. He stops, hesitates. Now he shoots the ball. It's up, short. Elijah Kelly almost with the putback dunk, no good. EC Glass with the ball.
Yeah, good try there by Kelly there. Just jumped a little bit too early, but I like that shot by Gavin Corman. He kept trying to say, hey, this is my spot. I'm going to take it. If that thing would have went in, this place would have went nuts. Still 0-0. 2 minutes ticked off this clock early.
Fans still piling in tonight on this Tuesday matchup. The drive by EC Glass, no good. Now it's tipped around, being fought for the rebound. It's going to be Bobcat ball. That was number 3. Amadre Harris that drove, and Bobcat defense doing its thing.
Yeah, really good attacking there on defense by the Bobcats. Everyone collapsed in. However, if you're Harris, I'd love to see him pop that thing on the outside for an open 3. When 3 guys crash in on you, you got 2 guys open standing around. So I like the attack by Glass. I would like to see him kick that thing out. Bobcats have to be careful.
Once again, great defense, on-ball defense, especially by number 1, Jason Knox. He's the guy to keep in mind tonight for EC Glass as Gavin takes the handoff from Max. Wanted a ball screen, and now Bobcat offense looking a little sluggish here to begin this game.
Yeah, again, Bobcats in this half-court offense normally like to look for the best shots here. They're going to have to pick their battles here, but they have to be a little aggressive on the offensive end. A lot of standing around right now as Woodward attacks the basket, can't get it to go. Bobcats have to cut in and out. They have to get to the high post, and they have to be aggressive on offense.
EC Glass brings it up pretty quick on the transition. They drive to the lane. Parker Prelude with the on-ball defense. EC Glass trying to find something. They find Knox in the corner. He hesitates. Floater is up, and it's good. The first points of the night goes to EC Glass, number 1, Jason Knox.
Yeah, Knox good ball fake right there. Attack, 2 dribbles in and shoots that mid-range jumper. Not a lot of mid-range jumpers in the game anymore, but that was good for him to use that play fake as Elijah Kelly was guarding him and looked to get a big-time block. Instead, the EC Glass gets 2 points.
Elijah Kelly throws a ball up, probably not the most selection. Then breakaway by Knox. The one-handed slam is good. It's 4-0. Coach Cormany takes a 30-second timeout, and he is not a happy camper right there with his team.
Yeah, I don't blame him right there. That's actually a really good timeout by him. Bobcats looking a little sluggish here on the offensive end and the defensive end, not getting back in transition there. That's a good breakaway. Hey, when you're Glass and you get that breakaway bucket, you have to let them know what's up in the building. The fans see that a lot from the Bobcats, and the Glass is saying, hey, we can do it too. Knox with 4 points, 4-0 is EC Glass.
Bobcats being tested right now. This is the moment where you just have to trust in your system and in your process. Just playing a little quick, and Elijah Kelly just took that 3, and I just don't believe he should have. Not the best selection we could have gotten.
I agree with you. I think he was trying to draw a foul right there, but the officials, this is a good crew right here. We got some guys that do some college. This is what you want out of a crew, but they're going to let you play a little bit. They'll call some weird ticky-tack stuff every now and then, but this is 2 good teams, and they're going to let them play like they are 2 good teams.
EC Glass in a 1-2-2 press about 3/4 of the court. Gavin tries to break it. He does. He finds his teammate there, number 10, Sincere Taylor. He was knocked to the ground, so that's going to be the second team foul against EC Glass.
Yeah, 2 fouls early here, none for the Bobcats. So Bobcats will inbound underneath the basket, and they're trying to get into Parker Prelude, and they finally do in the corner and give it up to Gavin Cormany at the top of the key.
Gavin has it once again. Hesitates to his left, backs it up to his right, gets in the lane, a lot of contact, and he goes through the contact, lets the defender know. Bobcats' first points is 4-2.
Yeah, that's a really good finish there by Cormany. I'm surprised that didn't get blocked. It shows the weight room effort he's put in the offseason, gotten a lot bigger this season, and that's what you got to do. You're going to have to fight for baskets tonight, and it's good for Gavin Cormany as EC Glass turns the ball over on the other end.
Bobcats looking a lot stronger coming out of that timeout. They force a turnover from EC Glass. New onto the court for the Bobcats, number 10, Sincere Taylor, and number 24, Daniel Dehar-Lewis.
Yeah, Glass stepping back in a little bit of zone pressure here. They went man-to-man full court earlier. This is a drop back. They're trying to get the Bobcats to make a bad pass, but Gavin Cormany dribbles to the middle of the floor, and he gets fouled by number 4, Tracy, for Glass.
Yeah, EC Glass came out tonight really fired up and ready to play the Bobcats here in their gym. A couple of substitutions for EC Glass now coming onto the court. Number 24, Omar Anderson, and number 20, Walker Wood. Bobcats have it right in front of the EC Glass bench. In stacked formation, they break. Gavin Cormany picks it up in the backcourt. They're coming with the double team. They want the ball out of his hands. It's pretty obvious. He finds Parker Prelude. He looks down low for Dehar-Lewis. The shot is up. He's going to be fouled. Heading to the free throw line is number 24, Daniel Dehar-Lewis, for 2 free throws.
Yeah, good attacking the basket there. If you're Glass, you have to be a little bit careful here. If you're Glass, you're also a little bit frustrated. 4 fouls on Glass early. That was called on Anderson. That's his first. But it's 4 fouls to nothing. The score, low scoring so far, 4-2. As Dehar-Lewis will go to the line, he misses the first.
Misses the first. Daniel Dehar-Lewis may be a new name for all the Bobcat faithful out there. He's coming in 6'1" junior forward for the Bobcats. His second free throw is up, and it is good. Brings the lead or the deficit back to 1. It's 4-3, 3:45 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Bobcats have to play good defense here. I'm surprised EC Glass hasn't shot the 3 ball very much tonight, and maybe they usually don't. They like to attack the basket a lot. They got a lot of size. As Glass tried to go to the corner, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, another turnover for EC Glass. A great timeout by Coach Cormany a few minutes ago. Since then, they've come out, got a couple of defensive stops, and they are 4-3 with the ball in their hand. Elijah Kelly now bringing the ball up. He gives it to Gavin. They're breaking it now. Gavin's full speed, brings it back out. Versus it's Elijah. Elijah, a couple crossovers. Gavin has it, squares up. He puts up a deep 3 with a hand in his face. A big-time 3. Gavin Cormany gives the Bobcats first lead of the night, 6-4.
That's what you need from your leader right there. Gavin Cormany says, we need a field goal. I'll get us one. He has 5 points, and the Bobcats take their first lead, 6-4.
Another turnover. D.R. Lewis has it in the transition. He goes up, low off balance there. Elijah Kelly tries to bring it. Sincere Taylor gets his rebound back to Gavin. Gavin pump fakes. Elijah Kelly puts his hands up down low. Gavin bringing it back out. Settle the dust and get an offense going.
Yeah, really good by Sincere to pull that thing out. Gavin Cormany takes a 3 from the top, no good, and that's a little bit of cooling down effect. Glass let the ball go out of play, and so they will have the ball now going back on offense. Checking in for EC Glass, number 11, Bristol, and Eves checking in for the Bobcats.
2:42 remaining here in the first quarter. Your Bobcats lead 6-4. EC Glass jumped out 4-0, 4 points by Jason Knox. Since then, the Bobcats have gotten a couple of stops. The fans are piling in. You hear them in the background. EC Glass has it, trying to find something and gets this man-to-man by the Bobcats.
Yeah, man-to-man defense here as Prelo is guarding the scorer Harris. He likes to have the ball in his hands, and he's guarding him as a foul is called on the Bobcats. That's on number 2, Jeremiah Eves. That's his first, as EC Glass will go to the line.
Yeah, once again, it's number 1, Jason Knox. He is the guy that they're going to go through tonight. Jason Knox looking a little in pain right there.
Yeah, looks like he got hit. He loves to attack the basket, and with that dunk, you can see why, as he loves taking it to the rim, and he knocks down the first of 2.
Jason Knox brings the Bobcat lead back down to 1. It's 6-5. He receives the ball from the official, takes a few dribbles here. His second free throw's up, and it's no good. Elijah Kelly with the big-time rebound. He starts bringing it up now for the Bobcats. Has Jeremiah to his left. He gives the ball now. EC Glass trying to get into the lanes. Parker Prelude shot is up. Elijah Kelly soared through the rim just like earlier. Big-time play by the Bobcats, gets a defensive stop. Parker Prelude flies it to our table here.
Knocked my drink over. Knocked the monitor off. Knocked the computer down. This thing went crazy. I hope he's all right. My leg's wet. My shoe's wet. Bobcats have the basketball. 1:55 to go. Wolf, I need a towel, my man.
Elijah Kelly there on the left wing waiting. Sincere Taylor receives it, come off the screen. Not looking really to score. He brings it back out. D.R. Lewis now receives on the right. Jabs to his right into lane. Now Bobcats being patient. Kind of weave action. Good to note right now, Jeremiah came in for Gavin. Gavin already back at the scores table. Bobcats haven't scored since Gavin's been out.
Bobcats almost turned the ball over here. Elijah Kelly gives it to Sincere Taylor in the corner, looking to swing the ball across the floor.
Parker Prelude with a nice move, gets it to the lane. Just a little strong there on the layup. EC Glass brings up in transition. They go through the lane. Unbalanced, he falls to the ground, and a late whistle that he's going to call a shooting foul.
I think he called that foul on number 2 for the Bobcats, Jeremiah Eves. So that would be his second foul, I believe. I just don't know if the Bobcats touched him. I think he went up strong, and I think he fell to the floor. I don't know that there was a lot of contact there. Now, I have a different angle. The official's a little closer, but I know one thing. Coach Cormany is in his ear right now.
Yeah, Coach Cormany not too happy about that one, but nonetheless, number 3, Amadre Harris at the free throw line as the gym's getting pretty loud. Shot is up, and it's no good. Excuse me, it is good. Score 6-6. Gavin Cormany back into the game for Jeremiah.
Jeremiah will go to the bench for 2 fouls, but I will say, Timmy, the one thing that's kind of interesting about this contest, I figured we'd be up and down the floor. It'd be 20-20 right now. 6-6, 1 minute to go in the first period. Kind of different style of pace here, but don't get me wrong. Bodies are flying all over the floor, and there's a lot of scoring going to happen in this game.
EC Glass retakes the lead here, 7-6, 1:14 remaining in this first quarter. We've seen 16 fouls. as expected with the aggressive play by both teams on the defensive side. Gavin Cormany brings it across half court here. Man-to-man now, EC Glass. They took off the pressure. The Bobcats handled it pretty well. Got the lead back. Elijah Kelly has open lane right there, and
He wanted it bad, yelling at Sincere to give him the basketball, but no big deal. 49 seconds. If I'm the Bobcats here, Tim, I look to take the last shot as Glass almost gets the turnover there, but with 43 seconds, you're down one. Maybe you look for the last shot here. Maybe not. There's no shot clock in basketball.
That's right. Take your time.
Should be. But that's a whole different story.
Pretty fun watching this matchup. Both teams in the passing lane. You don't see that too often. Elijah Kelly drives, and he's going to get body contact, so he's going to draw the foul against EC Glass.
Yeah, I think EC Glass wanted to travel there. I'm not really sure. It looks pretty good. The game has changed over the years. They kind of give you an extra step here or there, especially with guys like Elijah Kelly, the number one players on the team. You might get an extra step and a half.
Elijah Kelly's first free throw's up and no good.
Got to make those.
Those are needed points for the Bobcats in a game like tonight. Elijah Kelly toes it back up to the free throw line. Been pretty quiet so far in the first quarter for Elijah. Offensively looking to get his first point of the evening. It's up, and it is good. So he ties the score back up to 7. Bobcats coming. Parker Prelude picking up the ball handler full court. He immediately gives it back up. Gavin now guarding Walker Wood. EC Glass looking with 30 seconds remaining here.
If 30 seconds here, I'm EC Glass. I'm going to attack the basket, wait for the last shot here, as they are doing that right now. As a foul is called, a reaching foul, Elijah Kelly. I don't like it. He was around him. The ball kind of got hit right there. I don't know that there was a lot of contact. And this is kind of what we talked about. We got some guys who are officiating this game, college guys. A lot of ticky-tack stuff might be called. They're going to call a good game, but that's one of those ticky-tacks that we don't like.
Yeah, same officials called both fouls last 2 times on the Bobcats. Shot is up and short. Ball is being fought for on the ground. Gavin Cormany comes up with it. Back to Max Knight. Parker Prelude brings it up the right side in front of our table. 13 seconds remaining. You can only imagine Gavin Cormany holds it with 10 seconds now. They're setting up an offense, a play here. Max comes to set an on-ball screen. Gavin keeping his dribble alive. He's got a few seconds left. Parker's got to throw it up. It's up, and it's good! Another buzzer beater for Parker Prelude with 4 hands in his face. That's going into the first quarter. Your Bobcats up 10-7 off of Parker Prelude 3. If you've been listening, you know not to go in. We'll be right back. Gymnasium. We're starting the second quarter. EC Glass with the ball. They trail 10-7 after a Parker Prelude buzzer beater. It's the second time this season he's had a buzzer beater at the end of a quarter.
Bobcats lead 10-7 if you didn't catch it, as Max Knipe knocks it out of bounds here. So on the floor, Knipe, Kelly, Prelude, DeHart Lewis on the floor as well, and Cormany for the Bobcats.
EC Glass driving into the lane. They throw a floater up, and another foul called.
Same guy.
By the same guy.
We talked about
the
it.
Bobcats.
He wanted to tout his college games and how, the camera doesn't work in those either, just like they don't here. But, man, keep those college fouls away from here. It's high school basketball. Let them play a little bit.
Mondre Harris at the free throw line. Shot is up, hits the front of the rim, and bounces in the soft touch. 10-8 to score here at the beginning of the second quarter. Mondre Harris receiving the ball for his second shot at the free throw line. Takes a deep breath, few dribbles, and his second shot is up. and it is nothing but net that time. 10-9 is the score. Been fluctuating between 3 and tying the game tonight. Nothing major. Both teams coming out evenly handled.
Yeah, Harris with 3 total points now, all from the charity stripe, all make. So he is 3 for 3. Knipe with the ball at the high post. Bobcats have to – they're a little stagnant on offense here, not moving around as much without the basketball. They have to look to attack, and they have to look for good shots. But credit to Glass. The reason they can't get those is their defense is really good tonight.
Gavin Corman gets into the lane. A lot of contact there. No call that time. Gavin, second time tonight through the attack with the layup is good. EC Glass quick 3 on the other end, but D-Hart Lewis, who's having himself a great game so far, gets the rebound. Gavin pushing the ball again, seeing if he's got any open lane, bringing it out for the secondary break.
Yeah, remember, Kelly only has 1 point tonight. Gavin has 7 of 12 for the Bobcats. Good for the captain here to put it on the back. Elijah Kelly with a missed 3. Good, strong rebound by Knipe, but the Bobcats turn it over. That was a good, strong fought rebound. Just got to make a better pass.
Yeah, unlucky. Had a guy over him. But 3 this time by EC Glass. Still no good. D.R. Lewis goes out of bounds, threw it behind his back, hit the back of the backboard. That's unlucky right there, but good effort. Max Knipe on offense and D.R. Lewis last 2 times on defense.
Yeah, and that's what guys, as Woodward checks back in for the Bobcats, that's what you have to do here. If you are Knipe, if you are D-Hart Lewis, you're not going to score a ton of points in this game. You have to be on the stat sheet, so to speak, as the Bobcats get a turnover here. Cormany in transition, attacks the rim, shot goes up, and it's good. Gavin Cormany stares down the offender. He has 9 points of 14. Bobcats lead 14-9.
Yeah, Jason Knox is still sitting on the bench for EC Glass. Since then, Bobcats are starting to take control here. EC Glass picks up their dribble. They get into the lane this time. Nothing's there. Bobcat defense there. Amadre Harris has it. Pump fakes. Great move by Amadre Harris to get Parker Preller in the air. He banks it off the glass. It's 14-11.
Finally has his first field goal, and I'll give Glass a lot of credit. I thought they would shoot. I thought they would attack the basket. They are, as Elijah Kelly turns the ball over. He's trying too hard. But Glass, and they're on the offensive end, they are attacking the basket. Good defense by the Bobcats. They basically haven't made a 3, and I don't know if they're going to, as the Bobcats get called for another foul. Cormany wanted the walk, but hey, 6-5 for the foul count.
Yeah, Max Knipe tried to set himself there for a charge. Awkwardly went down. It's called for the foul. Coach Cormany did want the
Probably could have called it on like 2 different guys. Probably could have called a walk there too. So, hey, it could have went both ways.
Got to choose one, right?
Got to choose one. And it looks like they're going to choose the fouls tonight. 10 fouls total. Not too bad, though. Just ticky-tack stuff, you know.
Camp Connor underneath gets it in for EC Glass. They're doing a little weave action here, top of the key. Jason Knox back in now. He's been the offensive explosion for the Hilltoppers, as long with Amadre Harris, who gets into the lane. And the floater is good. Amadre Harris saying, hey, it's not just Jason Knox on this team, it's me too, and the score's 14-13.
Yeah, he has 7 of the 13 points for EC Glass. So, again, Bobcats leading by 1. It's been a game of swings here for both teams. Bobcats went on a little bit of run. EC Glass went on a little bit of run as Cormany gets the screen set. 3 ball is no good.
Yeah, short there. Looked like he didn't have the ball completely in his hands. Cormany just kind of size and crosses his arms at Gavin after that shot selection. EC Glass trying to take the lead back. The shot is up, no good. Jason Knox with the offensive rebound. He kicks it back out.
Yeah, the one thing the Bobcats don't have is a big traditional 3-man as Glass misses the 3. But what they do have is long length and Elijah Kelly, Knipe, and Cormany. And you saw on the defensive end, that's what helped them. Glass disrupting as they attack the basket. So good defense for the Bobcats as they don't have a big man.
Luke Woodard was setting himself up for the 3. The shot fell, but there's going to be an offensive foul by the same guy against the Bobcats once again tonight.
Hey, I'm sure Coach Corbin's not happy. In his defense, he might have been moving. However, I think he was moving because he got ran into pretty hard. But no big deal. We're biased here on Bobcat Sports Live as the Bobcats lead 14-13.
Nonetheless, EC Glass brings it up. Number 4, Gilbert brings it up for EC Glass. Quickly gives it over to Harris, and then now Knox. 4:30 left in this first half. Your Bobcats lead 14-13. Largest lead of the evening was 5 just 2 possessions ago. EC Glass looking to chip it back in. A block from behind by D-Hart Lewis. EC Glass with the putback, no good. They get it back once again. They put it up. This time it's good by number 5, Lavarius Gilbert. Now Parker Prelude on the other end. Transition too quick for EC Glass. The Bobcats go right back up 16-15.
Yeah, you don't usually see Glass getting outran in transition, but the Bobcats will do it to you, and especially Prelo will do it to you. Quickest man on the floor. by 12 seconds as the Bobcats take the lead again, 16-15.
Now under 4 minutes here in the first half. Again, the largest lead of the evening for both teams is the Bobcats by 5. EC Glass with a 3. It's up and no good. Defensive rebound now. Parker Presley over to Gavin.
You know, if I'm the Bobcats, I like that shot. EC Glass hasn't made a 3 tonight. I pack the paint a little bit until they make it. If they're not going to make it, let them keep firing them things. If they shoot 12 of them and make 1 or 2, you're happy with that if you're the Bobcats.
Luke Woodard over to Elijah Kelly, double teamed in the corner. Back to Luke Woodard. He thought about a 3, gives it to Parker. Over to Gavin, who puts a 3 up now, and it's long. Look good. He was starting to trot backwards. Defensive rebound, EC Glass. Harris brings it up, looking to take the lead back. 3 up for EC Glass. It is good this time. That's number 2, Camp Connor, and he gives the Hilltoppers a 2-point lead.
Yeah, as soon as I say that, EC Glass makes it. But again, that's their first one. You're fine with it. You just got to get back in transition as Elijah Kelly attacks the paint and 1. He will go to the line for the old-fashioned 3-point opportunity.
He needs to do that every single time.
Every time.
All that dribbling is not needed with that kind of height and athleticism. He did it with confidence, made 1 move, got to the lane, and no one can do anything, including the Hilltoppers, but foul him when he gets up there.
Well, he can get to the basket with two steps from the 3-point line. So you pick the ball up, run to the basket, 1, 2. You're at the rim, attack the paint. They foul you or you score. That simple.
Shot up, 3-point plays, no good. Another missed free throw by Elijah Kelly. EC Glass with the rebound. Scores knotted here, just under 3 minutes here in the first half at 18 apiece.
EC Glass looking to attack the basket here. Harris with the basketball, being guarded by Parker Pralo. Handoff pass in front of the Bobcat bench. Number 4, Tracy, gives it up as EC Glass having a tough time. Attacks the basket. Shot is up. No good. I thought Parker got all ball right there, but it looks like number 3, Harris, will go back to the free throw line as he's already had 3 free throws made tonight.
Yeah, Madre Harris having a really good night for the Hilltoppers. Coach Cormany having a discussion with the officials once again. As you mentioned, Mike, it did seem like it was all ball. Madre Harris receives the ball, though, for the first of 2 free throws here for this trip. 18-18 just score. Now 19-18 EC Glass.
Check it in for the Bobcats, Sincere Taylor. 2:36 to go again. Hilltoppers just took the lead back, so back and forth we go. One team gets the lead, the other team gets it as they missed a free throw, but they get the rebound off the long one. Hilltoppers in the corner, pass, attacking the rim is number 4. Wow. Tracy got the lucky roll there, so he gets the field goal. EC Glass leads 21-18.
Bobcats bringing in Gavin Cormany, has all the defenders around him, and the floater is daggone good. Don't know how he finished that, but he brings the Hilltoppers lead back to 1. 2:12 left in this half, 21-20. EC Glass looking to make something happen here.
Gavin Cormany putting the Bobcats on his back in this first half as another 3 is made by the Hilltoppers as they get a steal. And I believe this foul's going to go on the Hilltoppers. No, it's going to – yeah, it is. No. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But they called it on number 2. Connor, which I didn't think he was really around the basketball, but I thought they were going to call it on number 4, Tracy. But 2 white guys who look the same, maybe I got them confused. What, am I allowed to say that?
Max Knipe at the free throw line right at the 2-minute mark on a dot. 20-24 EC Glass. Max looking to do some work on that deficit. First free throw's up, and it is good. Brings the EC Glass deficit down to 3. EC Glass has been up by 4 twice tonight. Bobcats at 1 point, up by 5. Max Knipe has it. Few dribbles. His second shot is up, and it's good. 24-22, 2 minutes left. EC Glass ball.
Tracy bringing the ball down the floor, dribbles to his left, attacks the paint, shot is up and good. We know the EC Glass offense, and the Bobcats have to get back in transition. The transition points are killing the Bobcats right now as number 4 fouls Elijah Kelly and then drops the ball on his chest, and Coach Cormany is losing his absolute mind. But Elijah Kelly will go to the line for 1-1. Kelly has missed 2 free throws tonight. He's shot 3, so 2 for 1, 2 of 3. Nope, 1 of 3. We'll get there eventually, guys.
Shot is up, and it's good. It hit the rim twice, but rolled in with the soft touch. 26-23, 144 remaining in this first half.
Elijah Kelly, second shot is up and no good. Looks like they're going to call a lane violation on number 30, Max Knight. They could have called that a few times tonight, I thought. So I thought it was interesting to pick that. As that's actually what Coach Gorman is just yelling about right now.
Yeah.
Wants the
Something
same
you
thing.
don't see called much, but if you're going to do it both ways.
That's what he said.
Because I believe every team in every game are doing that. EC Glass mishandles the ball.
He
it
dribbled
rolled
it on his own foot, I thought.
Jason Knox with it at the top of the key. He jab steps on Elijah Kelly. Ball is loose. Elijah Kelly knocked it loose, and then a late whistle is now called Elijah Kelly. Coach Corbin's eyes are wide open. All the coaches on the sideline, including Coach Fisher, upset about that one. And
when Coach Fisher's upset, you know it's wrong. The whistles are going against the Bobcats, and the fans are letting them have it. EC Glass, 8 fouls. Bobcats, 8 fouls. As they are giving it to the officials right now. Young guy, by the way, no older than 24 years old.
He's been around in this gym a couple of times, though. Bobcat fans still unhappy about that, but Jason Knox has an opportunity at the free throw line to have EC Glass go up for their biggest lead.
Ooh, I hope you can't hear what's going on in the background right now, folks. It's getting testy in here. Is this an MMA fight or a high school basketball game?
Nothing but confidence for Jason Knox. Bumps the lead now, 27-23. I picked a good game to come to.
You did.
For my return.
First one in 3 years, and it's the best one so far. By the way, I just want to put it on record. That official reminds me of Tanner from the Floyd County Buffaloes.
That's right, yeah. Largest lead of the night for the Hilltoppers, 28-23, 5-point lead. Gavin Cormany dribbles out of a double team. He's trying to dribble over all the press. Bobcats got a cross.
Whoop.
They don't. They turn it over. EC Glass pulls up for a three. Nope, they thought about it. Jason Knox now. A few crossovers. He loses it now. Gavin Cormany with the steal. He's got it. Got a guy from behind now. He gets it poked loose. EC Glass in the open air. Layup. Good. That was number 4, Aiden Tracy. Gavin now. Fast-paced game. 7-point deficit for the Bobcats. Sincere Taylor shot up. Good. Much needed with 53 seconds remaining. EC Glass now in transition. Tracy has it. He tries to go by D-Hart. He pokes it loose. Sincere Taylor dives on the ground. D-Hart turns it over. Harris with the layup. It's up, and it's going to be a charge. Gavin Cormany. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Charge.
It's almost like we practiced it. That thing looked buttery smooth, fell to the floor with ease. Looked like he got shot, but popped right up. Good charge there by Cormany as the Bobcats trail by 5 with 41 seconds to go. Back and forth we go. This is the game I thought.
I'm dizzy after all that. That was a fast pace, but nonetheless, Bobcats break the press here. D-Hart back up to Woodard. Woodard brings it across, hands it off to Gavin Cormany. Gavin has it right on top of the R. He's got number 2, Camp Connor, guarding him. Max Knight with the ball screen.
If I'm the Bobcats here, I set the screen for Gavin Cormany. They do. He attacks. Floater is up. Mid-range floater is good. Gavin Cormany, his back is heavy with the backpack full of rocks tonight as he is dominating in this first half.
Gavin having one heck of a game for the Bobcats tonight. He's being the leader. Jason Knox into the lane. It's no good. Max Knight with a good box out. And that's going to be the end of the first half. Cormany likes the ending of that one. Gavin Cormany exhausted. But nonetheless, Bobcat fans, don't go anywhere. After a few moments, Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells will be back with some stats and some comments first half. But your Bobcats trail 30-27 with the EC Glass Hilltoppers. You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live. We'll be right back. And we're back to Bobcat Gymnasium for your Bobcats and the EC Glass Hilltoppers going at it this evening. The score is 30-27 if you're just tuning in. Thank you. You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live. Tim Worrells, Michael Davis. Michael, fast pace, aggressive, similar play styles by both of these teams tonight.
Absolutely. We were talking about it there in the break. These are basically the exact same two teams, except in my opinion, the Bobcats maybe make a few more threes a game. Both teams love attacking the basket. Both teams live and their identity is actually on defense, and they love to get transition buckets. So this has been an exciting game. If you're not here, thank you for tuning in, because this is one you don't want to miss. Before we dive back into the first half and look towards the second half, let's go over the scores from the first half, starting with EC Glass. Gilbert with 2, Tracy with 6, Knox with 7, and Harris leading scorers for EC Glass with 10 points. He made a 3, and most of his other points are from the free throw line. For your Bobcats, Parker Prelo with 5, Sincere Taylor with 2, Elijah Kelly with 4. Struggled in that Christiansburg game as well, and this off to a little bit of a slow start, but getting the opportunities, just have to cash in on them. D. Hart Lewis with 1 from the free throw line, Max Knipe with 2, both from the free throw line, and leading all scorers in the game, Gavin Cormany with 13 points of the 27 for your Bobcats, leading all scorers, unofficial of course, and that was the first half from a score perspective.
Those are your stats from the first half. A game in which back and forthness was had. Bobcats had a lead as much as 5 at one point, and EC Glass had the lead as much as 7 there at the end. That's why Coach Cormany was so happy going into the locker room. Not completely happy, but he had some things he wanted to discuss. But
sure,
nonetheless, happier than he was with a minute left, because the Bobcats were down by 7.
Yep.
But went into the locker room down by 3 after a couple of big-time Bobcat defensive stops.
And down by 3, and it looked pretty good, too, to bring those back. Those 4 points looked really nice for the Bobcats. Put Glass a little bit on their heels there towards the end of the half, but it was a slow start for both teams. Remember, the end of the first quarter was 10-7 Bobcats lead, and then EC Glass took the advantage there. In the second, they really scored a lot of points, but back and forth we went. It picked up in speed, and that's the kind of game I thought. Timothy, if you're the Bobcats here in the second half, what are you doing? You're down by 3, a really good contest. Gavin Cormany kind of looked a little bit tired there at the end of the first half. So if you're the Bobcats, what do? You can't rely on Gavin Cormany to continue to score. Now, he can if he wants to, like his older brother, who's in the building tonight. Cam Cormany did all the time back in the day. If you're the Bobcats, what do?
Elijah Kelly's just going to step up.
Sure.
You know, there's no other ways to say that. Elijah Kelly's the tallest kid out here, the most athletic kid out here, with a lot of expectations on him. And so he's just going to have to step up and start scoring some buckets and be more aggressive. Every time he's caught the ball and tried to dribble back and forth in between his legs and all that, nothing's happened. But when he's made a move confidently, he's gotten to the free throw line. He's only got 4 points right now.
Yep.
Elijah Kelly, Gavin Cormany both have to be in the double digits for a Bobcat to be successful this season.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. If I'm the Bobcats in the second half, no shots from 3. From Luke, number 22, and that's a little concerning a little bit. You know, he has to knock down a couple a night. Parker Prelo has 5, so that's good. He has to hold it down defensively. He's doing pretty good. He's been switching off and guarding Harris a little bit. He's guarding Knox a little bit. But, again, that being said, he's guarding those 2 guys. They have 17 combined points. So the Bobcats have to lock down on defense in transition. That's where the Bobcats have struggled, in my opinion. The transition defense for the Bobcats. Glass is ready to go. Just like the Bobcats beat teams down the floor, EC Glass ready to go. The Bobcats have to be ready on defense.
Daniel D. Hart Lewis is a name that we've called many times tonight. A lot of rebounds, a lot of steals, a lot of hustle plays by Daniel. Luke Woodard started the game, but it's been Daniel D. Hart Lewis who's been the energizer for the Bobcats so far in the first half. That's kind of efforts that Coach Cormany is going to look for, and he's going to reward with playing minutes.
Absolutely, and that's what we kind of alluded to. Max Knipe as well, rebounding the basketball, hustling, diving out of bounds. Those are the small things you have to do if you're a Bobcat trying to keep your spot on the floor and prove why you need to be out there, especially if you're not going to score 10 points a night.
Second half action starting right now as we speak. Ball handed over to Elijah Kelly right in front of our table. We can reach out and touch him right now. Ball goes in. Gavin Cormany has it. Second half underway. Bobcats trail 30-27, looking to come away with a big-time victory here before the Christmas break.
Yeah, if I'm the Bobcats here, I'm biased, but I look to go to the block, and they do as soon as I say it. Elijah Kelly It goes out of bounds, so it will be Bobcat basketball. But I look, now that they're inbounding it, though, I look for a 3-ball here off the inbound from Gavin Cormany, but I'm no coach.
Yeah, inbound underneath their own basket. Elijah Kelly, the one passing it in. They pop to the corners here. Back up to Parker Prelo out of a cube set. Parker has it, telling his teammates where to go, acting as the point guard. Max Kemp in the corner. Gavin Cormany posting up hard on the block. It's obvious here in the first few seconds.
Wide open.
As Gavin's shot is up, and it's good. A 3-point halftime lead immediately raced as EC Glass's head coach not too happy about that.
Gavin was so wide open, you could see the gasp in his eyes as he was so wide open, and it's good that he knocked it down under pressure, knocked it down, tied it up 30-30.
First 3 minutes are the most important in basketball of the second half. Who's going to win this one? EC Glass 3. They're going to return the favor. No, rolls in and out, but ball is tipped. Offensive rebound, EC Glass. And then once again, it's number 3, Amadre Harris, who gets fouled heading to the free throw line for the 4th time tonight for 2 free throws.
Yeah, Coach Cormany's kind of frustrated with that because Elijah Kelly went up, as that is the 3rd foul on Parker Prelo right there. But he went up for the rebound. He got murdered, figuratively, of course, and then a little bit of a touch foul on the putback is called. So that's a little bit frustrating if you're a Bobcat fan, but however, it doesn't change the fact that Glass is going to the line. They're taking the lead.
First free throw by Amadre Harris was good. His second free throw is up, and it's no good. And another offensive rebound by Amadre Harris. EC Glass has another opportunity. He has a 3. They hesitated. Jason Knox is going to knock this one down as well, and so the lead grows back now to 4. Bobcats came out and raced 3-point deficit and then found themselves down by 4 pretty quickly.
Well, the offensive rebound is going to help out Glass as Elijah Kelly attacks the basket. No shot here. But the Bobcats have to quit leaving guys open. They're losing their man here as a foul is called on Glass as Elijah Kelly will be on the floor. But the Bobcats have to stay with their man a little bit. They're letting guys get wide open threes. For a team that doesn't normally knock them down, you can't give them wide open. They're eventually going to make them.
Elijah Kelly draws the foul, so Bobcats inbound underneath their own basket out to Sincere Taylor, who's now entered the ball game for Parker, who's got 3 fouls, as you mentioned. Gavin on the block. He gets quadruple teamed. He goes up through the contact and makes it. So the key to Gavin is just to be all over him. That's the 3rd time tonight he's finished in traffic. Lead 34-32 for the Hilltoppers.
He has 18 points on the contest as the Hilltoppers turn it over. 18 points from Gavin Cormany. He's made 3s. He's been on the block. What can't he do tonight, Elijah Kelly? I'm looking forward to him down in the rest of the half, but Gavin Cormany right now putting on a clinic.
Full court pressure broken. Luke Woodard has it. He hesitated. Thought about a shot there for a second. Gives it back up to Gavin.
Yeah, if I'm the Bobcats here, I clear out and I'll let him go to work, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Gavin Cormany, step back 3. Bang! Gavin Cormany putting on his back, putting it on his shoulder tonight. 35-34. Bobcats take their first lead of the half.
EC Glass coming down the other way, trying to respond with a 3. They don't. Bobcats up by 1. Elijah Kelly has it, hesitates, gets it to the lane, goes up, gets contact. No call. EC Glass wide open layup this time by number 4, Aiden Tracy. He gives the Hilltoppers another lead. Coach Cormany takes a timeout, and he is going ballistic right now.
You know what's awesome about that? He only took the timeout so he could yell at the officials and calm his guys down a little bit, but literally took it, ran out on the floor, and started yelling at the officials. They are all over them tonight, and rightfully so a little bit, Timmy. Yeah, and I understand this is Bobcat Sports Live on the NFHS network. So if you're tuning in from EC Glass right now, you're probably loving how we're talking about the Bobcats. However, in their defense, a lot of touch fouls on this end. We got guys getting knocked to the floor. We got nothing, but it is 35-36.
But let's just mention, Michael, what we said at the halftime break. Both teams, this is a fun game because
Absolutely.
It's rare that you see a team play like Radford. Up in your grill. They're going to play aggressive. They're going to push the ball. You know, when you score, they're looking to score quicker on the other end before you can even think about it. So a lot of respect for EC Glass coming in here tonight, and I love the way they're playing. This is a fun ball game.
You know, and if you're the Bobcats, you have to like it. This is what you want. You want people to test you a little bit. If you want to make a run in the playoffs, you have to be tested. The Bobcats are being tested tonight, so shout out to Glass as they almost caused a turnover. Woodard from 3, no good. He has to make that for the Bobcats.
Sincere Taylor, offensive rebound out to Gavin. Shot is up, no good. Max Knight with the offensive rebound. The putback, no good either. EC Glass with a defensive rebound. They're coming. Harris with it. Sincere Taylor meeting him right at half court. He is working him, getting the count going on, and there's going to be a tic-tac foul once again. call Coach T mad this time, and EC Glass going to have it here on the sideline.
Yeah, here's the thing about a call like that. That is a foul. That's not the point.
Right.
That is a foul. However, it feels like, from a Bobcat standpoint, the fans anyway believe it's being called a little bit differently on both sides. I'm not saying it is or isn't, but we know officials love to call those touch fouls at the top of the key.
EC Glass gets into the lane here. Another foul. Number 4, Aiden Tracy, looked like he mishandled the ball there. The ball came out, and another late whistle comes in for a reach and foul. That's 3 fouls against Radford here in the opening 3 minutes of this third quarter.
Yeah, number 24 for the Bobcats, Dehart Lewis checking in. Really good defensively for the Bobcats in the first half. Hope he can carry it over as he's guarding Gilbert for Glass. Number 1, Knox gets it off the inbound.
EC Glass, Knox receives it once again. He's got Elijah Kelly draped all over him. Elijah Kelly about stole it. He gets to the lane. Jason Knox using his extension over Luke Woodard there. Lead back up to 3 for the Hilltoppers. Again, back and forth is the name of the game this evening. Gavin Cormany's got it. He's got Harris on him, man-to-man. And Jason Knox comes out with a flop, and he's going to be called for the defensive block.
Yeah, that's his second foul of the contest. Harris, by the way, has 15 points on the contest. As it's starting to get a little chippy out here, no big deal, though, as number 11, Bristol, is checking in for the Hilltoppers. Woodard giving it in to Elijah Kelly off the inbound. Kelly standing with the basketball, gives it up to Woodward to Sincere Taylor. Taylor trying to get to Dehart Lewis on the block. Doesn't. Gavin Cormany coming out, taking it from him. Wide open shot from 3 is good. No good. Woo! My apologies. I was getting excited. As in transition, number 4 and the foul. So number 4, Tracy, attacks the paint and gets it to go, and he will go to the line. So that's a 4th foul this half, and Coach Cormany might blow a gasket.
Yeah, he's not too happy right now, but the tension is up right now. It's a competitive game. EC Glass just responding every time on the Bobcats. Every time the Bobcats make a lead, EC Glass is making a run on the other end, and we could talk all day about the officials and their play calling. That's a topic in every game, right?
Absolutely.
Michael, you're an official. You hear it all the time, right?
Absolutely.
And congrats on the state championship game.
Thank you so much. It was an honor. It was actually a really awesome experience. Going into the future, we'll see what holds for me. But that was really excited to put that on my resume. But even in that game, I was told by the fans I was the worst official they had ever seen in their life. So you hear it no matter what in every game, and I like to give them a hard time. But it doesn't really matter what they're calling. You have to work around it and say, look, if they're going to call this, I have to do X, Y, and Z to counteract it. Down by 5, the Bobcats have to battle through this. 4:17 to go in the third period.
Tracy's shot is up and hits every part of the rim and goes in. Hilltoppers lead 6 now, 41-35, 4:15 remaining here in this third quarter. Gavin Cormany brings it up. He's got Harris all over him. He's created some space from him.
Harris talking a little bit to him. These are the 2 best players, in my opinion, in this game, and the stats would show it. The 2 best offensive players, Elijah Kelly from 3, no good. Elijah Kelly only has 1 field goal in this contest as Gavin Cormany gets the ball back.
Yeah, Luke Woodard has it. He squares up, shots up, and that's going to be no good. Elijah Kelly grabs it. He's got people all over him, and they finally call a foul on EC Glass. Elijah Kelly will be inbounding underneath there. Couple opportunities for the Bobcats, unable to sink them so far.
Yeah, that foul was on Bristol. That's his second here. And the 3rd foul for EC Glass, checking in number 30, Max Knight coming in for Woodard. I believe if Woodard had knocked a couple of those down here, he wouldn't be going to the bench. And it's not his fault. He's getting wide open looks. He's doing his thing. Just got to knock those down, so get a little bit stronger rebounding here for the Bobcats to counteract EC Glass height.
Gavin Cormany with the ball in his hands, Max Knipe. I mean, EC Glass has got the Bobcats pushed out all the way to the half-court circle. Sincere Taylor over to Gavin in the corner. Gavin gets into the lane. Over to Elijah Kelly in the corner. Elijah goes baseline, spins out of it, back up to Gavin. 3:23 remaining, 41-35, Hilltoppers over the Bobcats.
I would like Elijah Kelly, as Gavin Cormany gets in the paint. Elijah Kelly needs to be careful. I would like to see him move without the basketball, attacking the paint from the top of the key, looking for the pass from Cormany here. As they're going to look for Cormany. Wide open EC Glass player, can't capitalize. That's Bristol. But I would like Elijah Kelly to attack from the top of the key.
Elijah Kelly gets into the lane this time, and his floater is no good. He's out on the baseline being told by coach staff to get back on defense because EC Glass is making some headway over here. Tracy stops in the lane, gives it to Harris, who gets in the lane, goes up with the floater, and he falls to the ground, and they call another foul against the Bobcat. Like you mentioned, Michael, that was a little bit of contact,
sure,
but the exact same thing we're seeing on this side as well.
Yeah, and no offense, just because you fall doesn't mean it's actually a foul. He put the body on him, went straight up. No, not a lot of contact, a lot of chest to chest. And you don't see that called very often. I believe it was called because he fell hard to the floor, and that's okay, you know. LeBron goes to acting school. Harris goes to acting school. No big deal.
First free throw's up, and it's good. Hilltoppers tie the largest lead of the evening, 7. Bobcats 35, Hilltoppers 42. Harris makes this one. It's the largest lead of the night, which would be 8. His second free throw's up, and it's no good. Sincere Taylor went to get the rebound. Harris gets it quicker, but Daniel Dehart Lewis ties it up, and still possession arrow goes to the Hilltoppers.
You know, and a little bit of frustrating there as Harris got his own rebound. Sincere Taylor looked at the basketball almost like someone else was going to get it. You have to get those baskets. Luckily, EC Glass didn't score right there as they had a wide open 3. But you gotta hustle. EC Glass is going to run around the gym. You got to match it.
Much needed possession here for the Bobcats. Gavin, pop back 3. It's up, no good. His legs starting to get tired, you would imagine. Sincere back out to Gavin. He's going to put up another one this time. It's in this time. It's good. A 3 falls. Coach Cormany with the timeout. And a couple of EC Glass players angry over there, throwing their water bottles down the floor. That shows you the intensity that is in this gym right now. Bobcats bring the deficit down to 4, 42-38, 2:17 remains in this third quarter.
By the way, Gavin Cormany, I'm doing the tallies here for us. 38 points for the Bobcats, 24 points for Gavin Cormany. Leads all scores in this contest, putting on a show. Bobcats have to rebound the basketball on the defensive end, have to get back in transition. But offensively, can Gavin Cormany, it seems like right now the Bobcats, Gavin Cormany, have to score 35 points to win this contest. If you're the Bobcats, what do you do to get other guys involved?
I still think the answer lies in Elijah Kelly.
I agree.
He's got to go to the rim. He does. If I'm over there as a coach, as an assistant, I'm in Elijah's ear right now saying, you get the ball, daggone it, make a move, and don't stop until you dunk that thing.
Well, here's the thing. We saw some dunks in the last game against Pulaski County, so we know he can do it. He literally passed it to himself off the ground against Pulaski. Windmill dunked it, okay? If he catches the basketball with a head of steam, they cannot stop him. So you're right. What does he need to do? Attacks the paint. If he misses, whatever. They're going to foul you or you're going to score. But what can't happen is these three-pointers that he's going to miss. I like him attacking the rim. 38-42, Bobcats trailing 2 minutes to go in the third period.
Sincere Taylor draped over Madre Harris all over the court right now. He's been the go-to scorer so far for EC Glass. Now a wave motion, a backdoor cut to Madre Harris. He mishandles it. Ball's tipped up. Bobcats have it. Gavin Cormany down the middle of the lane. EC Glass reaching in. Gavin loses the ball for a split second, gets it back. He spins out of a ball screen, goes into the lane. Luke Woodard now in the three-point land. Up, no good. It's short. Ball being tipped around. EC Glass with the defensive rebound. Transition coming, EC Glass. Hesitation move into the lane. Ball is up, no good. Offensive rebound. Put back is good. EC Glass up by 6.
Good for Gilbert there. He only has 4 points on the contest. Attack the basket, gets his own rebound, puts it right back up. 44-38. Bobcats have to be careful here. Gavin Cormany is kind of exhausted right now as they give it up to Dehart Lewis at the high post, out to Woodard mid-range jumper. No, excuse me, fake. Gives it up, turn it over here. Bobcats have to score or EC Glass is going to run away with this one.
Yeah, transition is good. Tracy hits the layup, gets fouled, and he's heading to the free throw line for an one opportunity. A pivotal moment right now for the Bobcats with 1:12 remaining in this third quarter. They are facing their largest deficit of the night, and it could grow with this free throw.
You're absolutely right. It could. The Bobcats trailing by 8 here. It kind of feels like more than 8. It's an interesting 8 points here as he misses it. DeHart Lewis gets the rebound, 1:12 to go. I want to see the Bobcats bring this within 4. They need a little bit of momentum here. It's a little bit of dead gym here as EC Glass is kind of taking over here in this fourth. As Gavin Cormany has 24 points, but they are guarding him. They're essentially saying somebody else is going to have to beat us, and right now it's working for EC Glass.
Yeah, Elijah Kelly on the bench right now for the Bobcats. Whistle is blown. Tracy's going to be called for the foul down there on the block. Max Knipe was battling with him. Gavin Cormany breathing hard, hands on his knees. That man is exhausted. Bobcats have it underneath the basket. Luke Woodard finds Sincere Taylor in the corner. Sincere over to Gavin. Gavin's going to throw it up. It's going to be no good. EC Glass with the defensive rebound.
Yeah, Gavin Cormany has tired legs right now. The last 2 threes that he's missed have been short. Hands on his knees in transition here, exhausted. Somebody else has to step up for the Bobcats. That being said, this is what games are made of. This is what championships are made of. When it's tough, when it's hard, how can you respond? The Bobcats down 8 with 30 seconds to go in the third.
Ajay Harris shot sails the rim. It's an air ball. He's hearing it from the Bobcat faithful in this gym. Gavin walking the ball up the court. He does have to cross the line here, but 18 seconds remaining here in the quarter. They've got a double team now coming for Gavin. He finds DeHart over to Luke Woodard. He's going to shoot it. It's up, and it's nothing but net. A big-time three. 46-41. Here comes EC Glass. Tracy into the lane. It's up, and it's good. An easy layup there, and that's going to be the end of the quarter. Gavin chucks it, hits the lights up top, and it's going to be a score of 48-41 into the third quarter. Bobcats went to sleep there at the end of the third. We're going to take a quick break so we can get a water break, but when you come back, it's going to be the fourth quarter. Bobcats, Hilltoppers, don't go anywhere.
I've been getting paid $1,000 a month, if not more, just from this app on my phone. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's called Audible. Okay, so I'm going to show you.
And we're back to Bobcat Gymnasium. Back and forth has been the recipe of tonight's game. Scores 48-41. Bobcats went to the halftime break down by 3. They find themselves at the beginning of the final quarter tonight down by 7. It's going to be Bobcat ball to start this final quarter. See if the Bobcats can do a little magic, come out with the victory tonight.
Absolutely. They're going to start with the basketball here. They have to do something here. I need Elijah Kelly to step up as he starts the quarter here on the bench. And you know what? That's not the worst thing in the world here. Say, hey, look, you haven't proven to me why you should be on the floor right now. As a foul is called on Harris at the top of the key here on Cormany. So 6 fouls for the Bobcats, 5 fouls for EC Glass. On the floor, number 40 here, Corian Ferguson for the Bobcats to start this period for Elijah Kelly.
Luke Woodard hit a big-time 3 at the end of the quarter, has the ball in his hands. Sometimes you got to see the ball go through. Luke Woodard's had some good looks tonight. Finally saw one go through. This time it's going to be a reach-in foul against Tracy once again. That was on Parker Prelo, who was dribbling through the lane.
Yeah, good foul there. So one more foul for both teams, and we're going to 1-1. EC Glass not happy with it. And you know what? I don't really disagree. It's a lot of weird little fouls tonight. Again, they love calling those little ticky-tack touches at the top. And that's the college style a little bit here as Bobcats try to get it to Knipe on the high post here, but EC Glass pokes it away. So they'll take the ball up 48-41.
Bobcats need a stop. They're down by 7. EC Glass into the lane, and the bodies go on the floor. And he was making a motion like he was going to call a charge, and then he calls a block.
Yeah, this place went
When do you charge down the court to call block?
I've never seen it in my life. You know, the frustrating part is Parker Prelo, that's his 4th foul of the contest. I assume you can hear the fans behind us. He had position. He got set, made a campfire, made mellows, gave me one.
Ball never lies.
Ball doesn't lie. Missed the free throw.
Man, big time right there. Bobcat Nation obviously not happy.
Well, that's just unfortunate for the Bobcats as the official's actually yelling back at Coach Cormany.
He's getting offended. You can't do that as an official.
You can't do that. This ain't baseball. Baseball, you can just throw them out. And football, you can talk back and forth because nobody else can hear or see. But he was literally in the face of Coach Cormany. And, in fact, if I'm Coach Cormany there, I get mad back at him.
That's
but
right.
the problem is he'll tee you up.
Turnover Bobcats. EC Glass gets the floater to go. 51-41. We start seeing and feeling some things not going the way the Bobcats want it. Gavin has it in his hands, and he loses it, dribbles off the back of his foot, goes out of bounds. Bobcats are going to have to hit the reset button and figure something out. Elijah Kelly on the bench.
Yeah, well, you know what? Offensively, he should be on the bench. I mean, he only has 4 points in the contest.
Here he comes now.
As he comes in, but he makes a difference on the defensive end as well. By the way, Knox comes back in, and you know the reason Knox comes back in is because he's going to guard Elijah Kelly, and he does switch off on him. EC Glass, again, will come in and inbound the basketball, but they're up by 10 as Elijah Kelly comes in off the bench, steals it away.
He needs to have some fire under his blood right here. He needs to take this game over, give Gavin a rest, and Elijah Kelly pulls up for the shot. It's up, and it's going to be no good. I want to see that man get into the lane and finish that around the rim.
Attack. That's what he's got to do. Bobcats up 10. You got to go to the free throw line. One more foul, and they are at the free throw line the rest of the night. You have to attack the rim right there. You have to be aggressive. They're not going to call fouls if you're not aggressive, and the Bobcats are not aggressive on the offensive end.
Tracy just about lost it there, but was able to get himself on the floor and cause a tie-up. Possession arrow, EC Glass. EC Glass has it. They're going to be inbounding in front of their own bench. Bobcats are trailing by double digits, largest lead of the night for both teams. 51-41 is the score, 6.5 remaining.
Yeah, I'll give EC Glass a lot of credit. They're attacking the point. They've done exactly what we thought they would do tonight, and they're doing it very well. A lot of credit to them. Full court pass across, and they reset, but good credit for EC Glass.
Harris has it. He's been the man that's been doing all the scoring tonight. He's going to take it to the lane, finds a man wide open on the other side. Three's up. Nothing but net. In fact, the net has to be fixed. 13-point lead, and you just feel the air being let out of this gym.
Absolutely, it's being let out as that shot was made by Connor. That's his second three ball of the contest, 54-41. Bobcats haven't scored in a little bit as Elijah Kelly turns the ball over. Number 3, Harris attacks. Shot is up and good as number 1 is yelling in Elijah Kelly's face here on the other end. That being said, maybe so. Maybe it's deserve it. Elijah
Coach
Kelly
Cormany's just sitting down, and he's going to let this be a learning lesson at this point. A lot of game left. Gavin put the shot up. It's no good, and Bobcats really not doing anything right now. And 5.5 minutes is a long time in high school basketball. We get a stop on number 3, things can start happening once again. EC Glass into the lane, loses it, right back to themselves, kick it back out. The three's up, and it's no good. They thought it was good. Ball sails out of bounds. Bobcat basketball.
Yeah, if you're the Bobcats here, you have to move on offense. A lot of one-on-one style basketball right now. It works a lot in the NBA, not so much in high school basketball. We got to move the ball across the floor, got to attack the paint, got to move without the basketball. As Coach Fisher is yelling right now, got to move on offense. Really stagnant offensively for the Bobcats right now.
Yeah, 5 out is the call for the Bobcats. They're going to try to take these guys off the dribble with the pressure. Elijah Kelly with the ball screen. Gavin comes off of it over to Sincere Taylor. He drives to the baseline. Shot is up. It's going to be short. Defensive rebound, EC Glass. Cormany not happy with that offensive possession. Parker's going to be coming in with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Sincere Taylor made one of those early little dribbled in, mid-range jumper. Just missed that one. That's not really what the Bobcats needed there. Bobcats have to go to their 2 best players, Gavin Cormany, as he steals the ball away in transition, going to attack the paint. Shot is up and good. So Gavin Cormany with another bucket. He has 26 points. That's what the Bobcats need, but they're still down 13 points. 4:30 to go in the game.
Gavin is leaving it all on the court tonight. EC Glass with I
love that timeout.
That's a great timeout. I was about to say the same thing. Great timeout there. Bobcats, you don't want to give them any confidence or any momentum with this 4.5 remaining.
None, and that's a great timeout. You see Coach Cormany do it a lot right now. He's kind of saying, I agree with you, a little bit of a teaching moment here for the Bobcats. Gavin Cormany's doing everything he can. Might have to do a little bit more. You know, it's hard when you're tired and exhausted to say, hey, I got 26 points, but sometimes you have to do what your team needs you to do, and sometimes that's score 35. So who knows?
Well, this game is beneficial in many ways no matter the outcome tonight. I still think Bobcats are going to make a run here to make it interesting in the last 4.5 minutes. But one thing is for sure, it's going to be a learning curve for the rest of these guys on the court. And no notch offensively. There's been a lot of guys great minutes tonight defensively.
Absolutely.
Elijah's played really well. I know we've been harping on him on offense. He's played a good defensive game. Max Knipes had a good defensive game. Daniel Dehart-Lewis, really good game defensively tonight.
And, you said we're harping on him a little bit, and it reminds me of a football coach. When you're a running back and the coach forgets to talk to you, you're probably done something wrong.
Right.
And so if we didn't harp on him, it's because we gave up on him. He's one of the best players on the floor, and so we expect a lot out of him, and he expects a lot out of himself. So, we are harping on him a little bit, but it's because we know he can play so much better on offense for the Bobcats.
I'd be not surprised at all if Bobcats bring a trap, and they do double team immediately on Harris. EC Glass breaks it easily. They drive it to the lane. Pump fake, pop it out for a three. Nope, they get into the lane. The floater's good, and they execute it well. They took the pressure well, and they bring the lead right back to 15.
You said something early in the contest, and I agree with you. I think it might have been during a break. This team is very fundamentally sound. They're coached very well, and they're disciplined, and they're showing you that they are right now as they are up on the Bobcats 58-43 as Prelo attacks the paint, gives it out to Woodward. And they're going to look to reset. The Bobcats turn it over, and here comes Glass in transition, looking to put more on the board.
Tracy tracks it down, pops it out for a three. No good. Elijah Kelly and Knox go at it for the rebound. Elijah Kelly comes out with it. He comes down in transition now. Hesitates, go up to the rim. He does. Layup, no good. He was off balance, misses the layup. Offensive rebound. Max Knipe over to Luke Woodard, and the bucket is good. 3.5 remaining, 58-45 is the score. One stop at a time is the formula to make this an interesting game.
Yeah, 13 minutes ago, Bobcats have to go offensively, but that's good hustle by Max Knipe to save that ball, to give the Bobcats another opportunity. If I'm Glass, there's no shot clock, I take as much time off this clock as possible. You're going to have to come get me.
Yeah, EC Glass in no hurry. Harris goes between his legs right when I say that. He puts the floater up, body's on the floor, and this time it's going to be a charge awarded to Mr. Gavin Cormany. That's his second one of the night. His daddy's got to be proud of at least that.
Yeah, sure. I agree with you. Bobcats still trail 13, so you have to score on the other end. We don't go to 1-and-1 because it was a charge. I don't know the exact reason, but that's the truth. I don't know the rule, but.
Yeah, offensive fouls don't get rewarded with the bonus. Max Knight receives the top of the key. Luke Woodard, he's got 5 points tonight, a three and a putback on the last possession. Gavin at the volleyball line. He goes to his right, and the shot is up. That's exactly what you want right there. 58-48. That shows you to all the young guys out there, like I'm to that level yet, but to say that. But if you make a good, tough play on defense, he took a charge. He's exhausted. He took a charge. He's awarded on the other end in the offensive side with a three. Bobcats 5-0 run right now, 2:43 remaining.
Yeah, Cormany has 29 points of 48 for your Bobcats. That's great
for him.
For him, not great all the way around. That means a lot of guys didn't score a lot of points tonight, and that's okay. Timmy, if I'm the Bobcats, you get it within 10, and a timeout was called by Coach Cormany, correct? So he has one timeout left. A lot of game left, 2:43. What do you do coming out of this timeout? You put a little press on. I would probably. You have to get them to turn the ball over. Not a lot of possessions left in this contest. What do you do defensively and offensively down 10?
Well, Cormany wants the ball out of number 3's hands. So if he catches it, we're double teaming him. We want the ball in all the other guys' hands because tonight we've seen the pressure has mounted against them. They've mishandled it. Cormany's really notorious for traps, either off the dribble or off the first pass. We may see that. Bobcats look like they will be picking up full court. It's going to be full court man-to-man. I mean, that's just obvious. I mean, that's who we are. But if number 3 catches it, you got to get it out of his hand immediately, and try to force another turnover here. Can't get beat long, though, or backdoor.
And if I'm Glass here, that's what I look for. I look to go long. They're setting up line. You always send someone long off of it. As they do, Elijah Kelly guarding him, but they got to turn around. EC Glass in transition here, looking to score, but they're going to run it up. You're going to have to come take the ball away. They're going to take as much time off the floor.
Yeah, Harris caught it there, and I'm really shocked that they didn't try to double team Harris in the lane. He turns around. The shot is good. It's just it's with ease for him tonight. He bumps the lead back up to 12, and that's Bobcats are losing the door of opportunity to cut into this when they keep giving up buckets like that.
Yeah, they're all over Gavin Cormany, being guarded by Harris defensively. Played a good game tonight. They switch off. Gavin Cormany dribbles to his right. Good switch there. The Bobcats thought he was going to get the screen, double team, so man's open. It was Elijah Kelly, and they do give it to him.
Elijah Kelly catches about the Bobcat head over to Gavin in the corner. Shot is up, and he gets fouled. And he's going to just limp himself over to the free throw line. Gavin Cormany has given everything tonight. Everything.
He has, and you know what? I think he was so tired he didn't even fall over there on the foul. It's a good call there, 48-60. So if you can make both of these, you're down, or excuse me, all three of these, because it will be a 3-point opportunity. If he can make all three of these, you're down 9, 1:57 to go.
Shot is up, and it is good for Gavin. First of 3, 60-49, just under 2 minutes. As we mentioned, the door of opportunity is closing pretty quick. These will be big free throws. Second free throw is no good. It's long. Coach Cormany pretty positive with the team, saying stay with it.
Sure.
I mean, he doesn't want these guys to quit.
Well, 2 minutes ago, you're only down 11. Now
see
down
what happens.
Still 11. I thought that was going in. Good rebound by Woodard. Gavin Cormany fakes it, attacks the paint. Shot is up and good.
Missed 2 free throws, gets it back, and gets the layup, so he does get 3 points out of this. Bobcats trip. They have a wide-open transition on the other side. EC Glass misses it. Luke Woodard with the defensive rebound. Coming down, 9-point game. Parker Prelo has it. Gives it to Gavin. Gavin's just exhausted right now. He makes a few dribbles, hesitates, gets to the lane. Shot is up, hand in his face. It's going to be short.
Looking
and
for
Harris
the foul
has
there.
it. Bobcats are coming off. Bobcats are just going to have to pressure here and let the free throw line do the talking for the rest of this game. Parker on Harris. Parker stuck to him like glue.
Parker cannot pick up a foul here. Wide open. Didn't take it. I would have took that. Tracy has made a few threes tonight. Elijah Kelly, they're looking for the foul here as Elijah Kelly knocked down, and then they call not a foul in the corner. That's interesting.
Well, Harris fell.
Yeah.
Tripped.
Yeah.
Over the official.
Right.
And he looked down at him and then blew his whistle.
Yeah.
Pretty remarkable. But nonetheless, number 11's been to the free throw line tonight. He has missed tonight for EC Glass. So,
yeah, I don't have him scoring. I thought he scored a couple early on in the contest, but
he
these
misses.
are unofficial. So
Bobcats with it, down by 9.
Best outcome. If I'm the Bobcats, what do you have to do? You have to get a wide. I would attack the basket a little bit or get Gavin Cormany.
We need points, right? We
Sure.
don't need a force of 3. We need points here. Gavin's got it.
But if they give it to you, take it.
Gavin goes. His layup is just long. EC Glass with the defensive rebound. Harris literally rips it out of Bristol's hands. Back over to Tracy. Tracy comes. They haven't crossed yet. Over to Harris in front of the bench. 43 seconds remaining. Tracy's got it. Just about. And now Gavin is forced to foul. He's going to be sending number 4 to the free throw line for EC Glass. That is number 4, Aiden Tracy.
Yeah, it's almost over here for the Bobcats. Really had to have a score of some kind on that last possession. Just 9 points is a little far. Tracy has made all of his free throws so far tonight, so he's going to go to the line, the 1-and-1. If he misses, great, but I would expect him to knock both these down here.
First free throw's up, and it's good. A little long right there, but it is good nonetheless. He takes it back up to a double-digit lead. 37.2 seconds remaining in this game. Your Bobcats are trailing 61-51. EC Glass free throws up, and it's nothing but net right there. 11-point game, 62-51. Gavin has it, just about lost it. Comes across half court. Elijah Kelly has it, crosses over, gets into the lane, goes up, and it's good. Gets the foul, and he goes to the free throw line. Just what if he would have done that all game?
Yeah, too late.
But
I hate to be – I apologize at how critical I was right there, but Elijah Kelly could have done that all game long. And he's attacked a few times, missed it.
He's unstoppable
Absolutely.
when he does that. Unstoppable. Free throws up and hits every part of the rim. It's in. Full court pressure by the Bobcats, down by 8, 62-54. Double team on Harris. He gets it out. Luke Woodard, Elijah Kelly coming, prowling on the ball. EC Glass gets it across half court. They get it back out. Tracy's got it at three-point line. They bring it to the volleyball line. That's probably going to be it. 15 seconds. Bobcats going to foul. Who they're going to call it on?
Prelo.
It's going to be on Prelo. It's going to be his 5th one tonight.
And I actually believe Coach Cormany was getting on Elijah Kelly there, basically saying, literally, you could have done that all night. I literally think he said that.
Yeah. He'll remember that These
Sure.
two teams do match up once again. Final game as scheduled. And the snow happens, but
Do they?
final game of the season, Radford goes to EC Glass.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
Maybe we'll have to take a BSL
On the road.
trip.
I'm down. I'm always down. And to fund that, if you would like to be a sponsor, just contact myself or Timothy Worrells, and we'll run ads for you.
Free throws up. And good for Harris. Harris has had one heck of a night as well. Gavin.
In our defense, by the way, going on the road, we have 40 views tonight.
Thank y'all for listening
Yeah.
to Bobcat Sports Live YouTube page.
YouTube
If you're on
page.
NFHS, we're glad you're
We
here too.
appreciate it.
But supposedly you didn't hear what Michael said, so we're glad you're here tonight too.
That's probably a good thing for all of us. As a foul is called again, Bobcats down 9. As another foul is called, so 2 fouls. Coach Gorman's still giving it to him a little bit. 11 seconds to go. This game's over.
I can tell you right now he will be for 11.4 seconds.
Oh, no doubt, especially the way this game was called. It's an interesting game. You have to battle through it. EC Glass, no matter how the game was called, EC Glass won this ball game with, not with ease, but definite. They came in here, they took the fans, they battled, they fought strong, and they outplayed the Bobcats. Gavin Cormany with 1 billion points tonight, but he can't do it all on his own.
Yeah, Mondre Harris as well for EC Glass. Really good game tonight. Mondre Harris was the one, I believe, offensively that beat us. Gavin Cormany, the floater, no good. That man is exhausted. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. That's going to be the final tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bobcats fall to 2-1 on the season. EC Glass moves up to 5-0. Final score is 65 to 54. Don't go anywhere. We got some final stats, final thoughts on tonight. You're listening to Bobcat Sports Live. Timothy Worrells, Michael Davis. We'll be right back.
Switch and save 600.
Welcome back to Radford High School. Bobcat Sports Live here. Tim Worrells, Michael Davis. Your Bobcats fall to the EC Glass Hilltoppers. That brings the Bobcats to a record of 2-1 here early in the season. Hilltoppers improved to 5-0. Back and forth game saw the Bobcats up by 5 at the most at one point, but EC Glass hit the 15 mark multiple times, ending it with an 11-point game. Final score 65 to 45 tonight. Michael, what are some of the stats you got for us?
Yeah, a lot of interesting stats in this game. We're going to actually start with the Hilltoppers tonight. They had a fantastic game. They won 65-54. Again, as you said, Knox had 14 points tonight. Connor with 6 points tonight. Harris had 17 points. Gilbert had 4 points. Leading scorer for the Hilltoppers and probably MVP of this contest, number 4, actually, Tracy. I was going to give the MVP to Harris with 17 points, but Tracy ended up with 19, had some threes early on and attacked the basket, so he had a good game. A lot of free throws made by the Hilltoppers tonight. We're going to go over your Bobcat stats. Parker Prelo had 4 fouls, 5 points. Sincere Taylor, 2 points. Elijah Kelly, 7 points in the contest. Luke Woodard, 5 points. DeHart Lewis with 1 from the free throw line. Max Knight with 2, both from the free throw line. And leading all scorers in the contest, Gavin Cormany. Put the Bobcats on his back, just wasn't enough. He had 32 of 54 points. for your Bobcats. Again, Bobcats fall to EC Glass 65-54. Good contest. I believe that's what the Bobcats needed early on in the season. That's a good basketball team, EC Glass, and they put it on a show tonight.
EC Glass, really a good ball team, and
Sure.
this is what Cormany wanted. Disappointed in the loss, but he's going to be excited that his team faced this and experienced that early on. So nothing to hang your heads on.
Nope.
I mean, Gavin carried it offensively, but a lot of good things that can be noted. I mean, Elijah Kelly played good. Max Knipe, Daniel Dehart Lewis, and Luke Woodard all playing really good minutes on the defensive side tonight. A lot of hustle plays, and nonetheless, but early season, it's only the third game of the season, Michael.
Yep.
This can only produce some good stuff. Bobcats will be back in action in 2 nights from now. On Thursday night, they travel to Pulaski County for the Battle of the Bridge, Part 2 of the season. A lot of season to go, Michael, but it's good to be back with you tonight.
It's good to be back with you as well. Bobcat Sports Live, thank you so much for tuning in at home. If you would like to help support us, we can only do this because you allow us to do this. If you're a business and you would like to support us, we'll run ads for you. We'll do whatever we can. You can be the sponsor of the year for all I care. We'll throw parties for you. You can come out and hang out with us. I know we're exciting. We're going to do a lot of things. Bobcat Sports Weekly will be coming back. Bobcat Sports Talk will be coming back as well this season once the basketball season gets underway. Girls in action, boys in action. We'll be all over the place. A lot of wrestling this year, so a lot to look forward to from Bobcat Sports Live. So, again, thank you so much. I had a lot of fun tonight.
Good to be back with you, Michael. That's the final tonight. Bobcats fall by 11 points to the EC Glass Hilltoppers. Great game by both teams. We wish nothing but the best for EC Glass for the rest of the season. We'll see them at the end in February. Safe trip to them. But other than that, Michael Davis, Timothy Worrells, Bobcat Sports Live. As always, it's a great night to be a Bobcat.